Today's interactive read aloud is called Puddles by Jonathan London and pictures by G. Brian Karas. Feel free to pause the video between questions if you need to. And also, students, please answer in college talk. So when Mrs. Krennic asks you a question, please make sure you're responding in a complete sentence. For example, if I say, "What is the setting of this story?" I would like you to respond, "The setting of this story is," and then whatever you think it is. So here we go. So look at the cover. Where do you see puddles in the illustration? What are the children doing in the puddles? How do they seem to feel about the puddles? So the story begins with thunder, lightning, and rain. How do you feel about thunder, lightning, and rain? We're going to listen to author Jonathan London's words about thunder and lightning as the story begins. All night, the slash of rain and the flash of lightning and the kaboom of thunder rattling the house and all the windows. We cuddle between fright and glee and want it to stop and never stop. So how do the children feel about this storm? How are your feelings similar to or different from theirs? In the morning, it does like a curtain rising on a shiny new day, a day of brightness and blue, a sky wiped clean of the last cloud. We walk outside to the sweet chatter of birds, filling the trees, and breathe the deep, clear air. Watch out for puddles, Mama hollers. Don't get wet. So Miss Krennic's going to reread this. The sweet chatter of birds. That means lots of bird sounds. What do you think this would sound like? Make those sounds. Needles glisten, listen. The drip, drip, drip from the eaves and the leaves. Look, the sparkle of a million suns in a million drops. So the eaves are this part of the house, these right here. What could be sparkling and glistening on the eaves? We follow baby rivers trickling and snakeling down ditches into fields. Puddles, big ones, little ones, long ones, skinny ones, pieces of sky on the ground. It's time to puddle jump. Splash, splash, splash. Mud sucks at our boots. Slup, slup, slup. So how do you think the children feel about the puddles? We kneel and watch worms squirm and stretch and leave tiny trails in the muck like sloppy writing. They're learning the ABCs of weather, of rain and sun and mud. Then we slog down through wet grass toward the pond and what lives there, celebrating all the new water and new life. At the pond, it's time for the frogs to play, and we want to play with them. Leap, frog, leap. Leap, frog, leap. Hop, flop, plop. Birds flap from the trees, and we think the trees are applauding. We bow, then say, "Bye, frogs," and turn toward home. Puddles, big ones, little ones, long ones, skinny ones, pieces of sky on the ground. It's time to puddle jump again. We can hit every puddle from the pond to the meadow. Splash, splash, splash. We slog through wet grass and suck mud with our boots. Slup, slup, slup. Skip beneath leaves and eaves. Drip, drip, drip. And drip in the doorway shouting, "We're home! You're wet, Mama howls." On a morning after rain, it's time to soak in a hot bath. Wiggle dry in a warm towel. Get dressed and drink hot chocolate. Then run outside again. How do you think the children feel about being back inside their home and then outside again? To puddle jump. Splash, splash, splash. So, some closing questions that I want you to think about. Think about the children's mother. How does she feel about puddles? What do the animals do in the puddles? Ms. Krennick hopes you enjoyed our interactive read aloud today, Puddles.